amount there. We're going to go ahead and make our head cut. Starting over here, I'm going to go down and work around the pectoral fin right here and down to the belly, just like that. And now we got to separate the head half, or this top half, from the pin bones and go above that rib cage. And you'll see that rib cage is sitting right here. We want to make sure we go over it and not through it. And now it's just a matter of just separating. Always want to be listening for that bone. You don't want to just be going into flesh. And you guys see, there's the bone. I'm going, gliding over that rib cage, over that rib cage. And there you go. There's the first half of your sea bass. And so this is what I was talking about, is there's this rib cage. Really important to go over that rib cage rather than through it, otherwise you're gonna have to take that off. So we're gonna flip our sea bass over, set this fillet aside over here. And this sea bass is a little bit on the mushier side. I like to work with them a little bit stiffer than this. He was very freshly caught, so he hasn't been on ice that long. And the reason I told you guys to make that outline is because you see how this fish kind of sits lopsided because this head is so much bigger than the body. So now our fillet doesn't sit flat like it was earlier. So I like to get that initial outline in because it makes it a lot easier to continue with our fillet. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this head down, the top section, go all the way down around the pec fin to the belly like we did previously. Now we're gonna be able to go over the rib cage and through the pin bones. You guys hear how that knife really breaks those pin bones. That's what you gotta make sure you do. And we just glide over that rib cage rather than through it. Okay, there's the other half of your sea bass. That's what it should look like. You do not want any meat left on the bones. You guys can hear my knife running along there. All right, now we got to skin our fish, starting at the tail end, working towards the head. Just gonna go ahead, and we're gonna angle our knife slightly down as we go through, and I like to do nice long strides rather than a sawing motion. You make a nice long stride, you bring it back. Long stride, bring it back. Long stride, bring it back. And there you go. So now all we